Want to get closer to God? I later realized these three things were holding me back. Brother, especially the third one. Brother, let me be real with you. I used to pray every day, God, help me get closer to you. But the more time passed, the more exhausted I felt, the emptier my heart became. I never skipped church. I kept reading the Bible. Yet somehow, he felt farther away than ever. Then I realized something. If we learn these three things, our relationship with God can grow much closer. Especially the third one. First, bring your heart back from everything outside. My biggest problem used to be this. I was with God, but my heart wasn't. I knelt to pray. My mouth was talking to God, but my mind was thinking about next month's KPI, that unpaid invoice, or the client I didn't want to face tomorrow. I opened my Bible, my eyes were on the words, but my heart had already moved on to the next thing. James 4 to 8 says, draw near to God, and he will draw near to you. But here's the condition. Your heart has to truly be there. It's not about how long you pray. It's about whether your heart actually comes before him. 1 minute of sincere prayer is worth more than an hour with a distracted heart. Second, don't just read scripture. Let scripture speak to you. I used to read the Bible like I was completing a task. 3 chapters today, 3 tomorrow. Just another KPI to finish. And afterward, ask me what I read. I couldn't even remember. John 6:51, Jesus said, I am the living bread that came down from heaven. Bread is meant to be eaten, not checked off a list. So I changed. Now I read only 5 verses a day. And afterward I pause and ask, Lord, what are you trying to say to me through these words today? 5 verses read prayerfully can bring you closer to God than rushing through 5 chapters. Third, bring even the ugly parts of your heart before God. Praying about the good things, that's easy. But letting God see the parts of me I am ashamed of, that's hard. My impatience with my wife, that quiet competition I feel toward coworkers, that hidden thought when I look at someone in church, he acts so spiritual, my insecurity about not making enough money, and that subtle envy toward people who do. I used to hide all of it. I thought, I'm a man. You don't talk about these things, not even with God. So during prayer, I skipped over them as if staying silent meant God wouldn't know. Until one day I read Psalm 139. O Lord, you have searched me and known me, and I realized he already sees it all. Whether I hide or not, he already knows. When I hide, I'm only building another wall between him and me. And from the day I started bringing those shameful parts to God, he felt closer to me than ever before. Brother, if you feel like you just can't get close to God, maybe it's not because your faith is too weak. Maybe one of these three things still hasn't been faced. Save this and come back to it whenever God feels far away. Share this with a brother who's been carrying it all alone.